Hey guys, and welcome to my next reaction to Classic Who. So yes, today I am starting the big one, the 10-parter that is going to round out the second Doctor's era. I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared for this. I feel like it's going to be a long story. I mean, it is a longer story, and I don't know. I just hope it's really good and it does you know, the second Doctor justice. I swear, let's make a bet or something. I don't know, but I bet heavily that at some point I'm going to start off these videos in this intro and I'm going to say war machines, even though I mean war games. I think it's just because, you know, I don't know why, but like when I write up my schedules and stuff like that, I was, you know, when I was doing the first Doctor, I wrote War Machines a bunch of times. And for some reason, it's happened a few times when I'm writing up, like when I'm filming things and all that stuff. I have written War Machines for war games more times than I can count. I don't know why, but you know, so I'm just saying, if I start this off saying like, welcome to parts blah, blah, blah of War Machines, you guys know what I mean. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, so now I am going to get into my review for The Space Pirates. This was a really interesting episode. It felt, or story, I guess, not episode, but it felt, I don't know, like a little bit different than what we normally get with Classic Who. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. So let me just go and I'm just going to read off my notes to you guys about how I felt about this story and what I liked and everything like that. I really loved the setup of Space Pirates. The idea of Space Pirates, I don't know, was really something that I got excited about. It was kind of like, you know, I don't know. I was really into it. It's possible that it was because I was, you know, waiting for like Malcolm Reynolds to show up or something. But nonetheless, I was really, really excited that we had a story that's going to be tackling that. The Doctor, Jamie, and Zoe getting mistaken for pirates and then knocked unconscious like almost immediately is probably one of the quickest ways that they were able to stumble into trouble. I'm sure that there were quicker ways at some point, but man, it just kind of, they really got a lot of bad luck right off the bat exiting that TARDIS. At the beginning of the story, I will say, at the beginning of the story, there was not a ton of characters that I was like super drawn to. I think it's possible that maybe some things don't really translate. As I'm, you know, reading these detailed summaries and everything, but a lot of characters I wasn't super excited about until they got to Clancy. And I liked the fact that he had a lot of personality, in my opinion, but you still couldn't really figure him out. You couldn't really tell if you could trust him or not. And I like the idea that they introduced Madeline as well. It made his character even more interesting because of the tie-in with her father and all of that stuff. It was around at that point that I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'm on board. There's a little bit of mystery of what's actually going on, and is somebody working with the space pirates or maybe not, or whatever. Well, you know, I think the two main pirates, they didn't really sell it for me too much, but you know, these characters kind of introduced slightly later on were great. I love seeing that there is a companion in Doctor Who with Zoe that kind of rivals the Doctor's smarts or intelligence. You know, I like the fact, I think maybe because I'm very used to New Who, and that's not to say that there weren't smart companions in New Who. There were plenty. I'm pretty sure the majority of them were very smart, but they weren't like, you know what I mean? Like the doctor had to like explain things as being a traveler of time and space and everything like that, and things that they weren't aware of or they didn't know or whatever. And I like that there's a little bit of like a back and forth between the doctor and Zoe. And this came up with that she had the theory of breaking off from the other segments, which eventually turned out to be true. And the doctor said something like, "What a silly idiot I am," or something like that. And that I kind of do like that dynamic, that there's somebody kind of working along with the doctor in that sense. And sometimes I think it's nice to see the doctor kind of have flaws or not like have the answer every single time and not go, "Oh, I got it." And then, you know, I like that, you know, maybe he makes mistakes every so often. So, you know, I was all about, up until a certain point in my notes here, I was all about Clancy and was like, I think he's an interesting character. And then I wrote verbatim here, "Oh my fucking God, this bitch shot Jamie. He needs to die now." That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. And then immediately after, I wrote, "Okay, he is just stunned. I overreacted." I was like, because it was just like, he just shoots Jamie and Jamie falls to the ground. And I am just like, what do you mean? I'm not ready for that. Like, I just, whoo, I had anxiety. Okay. I really did like at least the way that, you know, the story was presented, in the sense that I liked the idea, particularly with Clancy's character, that it was like, we don't really know if he's in cahoots with the space pirates or not. And there are definitely times where I was like, man, I really trust him. And then other times I was like, I don't know about this guy. I really liked how they sort of played around with this idea for a bit of the story. And then eventually we see our beloved heroes falling down a mine shaft. And that really isn't ideal, but at least they found poor Lieutenant Sorba, who kind of was stashed down there. And I have to say, with that whole escape and everything going on, I was pretty sad after all of the struggle that Sorba actually dies anyway. It was just a lot of like them, you know, trying to carry him, and he was like, "Leave me," and whatever. And after all of that, he just dies anyway. I was a little disappointed about that. Madeline being revealed as the person who is working with the pirates, it wasn't too surprising to me. I'm sorry, I have allergies. I'm trying to keep it under wraps, but you guys know how it is. It wasn't too surprising to me, because I think, in the sense, I felt somebody must be. They were really kind of focusing on like, is it Clancy? What's going on? So I figured somebody must be. I had suspicions earlier on that maybe they were going to do like a little bit of a twist and it was going to be Hermac. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but you know, I had my suspicions. Absolutely, okay, interjection into all of this, into the plot and everything, but like the random fact that Zoe had no idea what candles were was like, I think, my favorite thing about this episode. Like, what? I thought that was really interesting, and it made me, I had a moment where I was like, were there candles in any other episodes or stories that she was in? I don't know. The fact that Dom was kept cooped up for years is honestly fairly terrifying. That really kind of freaked me out a bit. And at first it was weird because they kind of revealed that he was alive and there and not, you know, obviously not with it because he's been like held prisoner or whatever. And I originally thought like Madeline was in on that too, for like the brief second until they kind of like debunked that. And I was like, oh my God, this bitch is evil. Like I had a moment of like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. But I was very happy to be wrong about that. So. But I had a moment. I do love how Jamie always springs into action. I feel like Jamie is just that super brave companion, and we love to see it. He just, when he was punching Dervish to save Madeline, who eventually had a, you know, like change of heart about everything and everything. So I just love that part of Jamie. I think in regards to useful companions, they're not at the top of my list because you will not dethrone Ian and Barbara, but I love the kind of dynamic, at least on how to like solve whatever problem is happening, of Zoe, Jamie, and the Doctor. I'm not sure, I have to be honest, I'm not entirely sure they're my favorite TARDIS team group for the second Doctor. I know. It's crazy. But I do think that they are a very useful group with how smart Zoe is and how brave Jamie is. It kind of all works very well together. And I love that the fate of this story does, you know, kind of lie in the hands of the Doctor a little bit in the end. You know, I do love when, you know, like the thing earlier in this story where the Doctor was kind of wrong about something and Zoe was right, and that he got them more into a mess than they were already in, type of thing. Like, I like that they showcase that maybe he's not right all the time or whatever, but at the end of the day, he does kind of, I think it makes it better at the end of the story when he does sort of figure things out and save the day in that sense. So that's about it. It was a fairly short review, I think, and possibly, is this the last one I'm doing? Part of me is a little relieved about that. I like doing these, and I think that it's, personally for me, a better way to understand and review the stories than watching a bunch of like just still pictures and like maybe not really understanding the audio too well and everything like that. I've talked about it before, no need to go into it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed the fact that this was kind of my way of being able to sort of give you my thoughts and everything on these missing stories. I don't know. I liked doing them, but it also obviously it would add extra work on to whatever reactions I had to do them for. So yeah, now I think this was the last one. So now I'm just going to go into just reacting. Isn't that crazy? I think it's crazy. Anyway, I am really excited to get into this final story. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. But I hope it's good. I hope it does the Doctor justice and rounds out 2's era very well. I hope that, I don't know if the fates of, I'm just going to say this now, I don't know the fates of Jamie and Zoe. I don't know if they become third Doctor companions. Please don't tell me. Like, please don't say it in the comments. People love to just be like, oh no, they actually aren't, or yes, they'll be with the third Doctor for a while. Like, don't say anything. I don't want to know. But, so I don't really know what happens with that. I don't know if they continue on with the third Doctor or anything like that. But nonetheless, whew, let's get into it. gave me a fucking heart attack. Okay, wow, all right. This is fun. Uh-oh.
Back in history, Jamie. One of the most terrible times on the planet Earth.
Oh no! Oh, so it's the war games, like actual war. Okay. Holy shit.
Well, where are we?
Not quite sure myself. I'm heading to eat, but I seem to have got...
Hush now.
Whoa!
Right you come. Well done. Get inside.
Ah!
How are we going to get back to the TARDIS? Just be quiet, Jamie, and let me do the talking.
We're separated from the TARDIS again.
There was a lieutenant.
Happens quite often.
I'm afraid we've landed right in the middle of one of the worst wars in human history. But I believe they call it the war to end wars.
Ah.
Let's try and get away. What do you think you're doing? See, may I ask what you were doing there? Trying not to get killed. I see. You're a Highlander, aren't you? Why aren't you with your regiment?
He tried to make off towards the German lines.
Did he, but
Oh no, that's not a good
I
look.
think General Slide would like to know about you.
Oh no.
Don't ever come through that door without knocking. Get out! Right, sir.
What's behind this picture? Oh! What is that?
Reinforcements urgently required. At least 5,000 specimens.
Look, Major Barrington, if only you'd let us get back to our transportation, we'd be no further nuisance. Oh, look, we keep trying to tell you, you dark Sesskasays.
Ah! Oh, what?
Don't let us lose.
It didn't look like spies.
Spies never do. Let him be the
Oh God.
You know what my chaps call him?
No.
A butcher.
No, no.
Right, tap. Right and back. Quick, back. Left, right,
Well, no,
left,
you keep
right.
shouting at us, you know.
So
Left, right.
I can't quite remember.
Don't worry. It'll come back to you. Memory's a funny thing out here. Sometimes wondering if I got a touch of the old shell shock. Didn't talk to anybody else about it.
Haven't liked to.
It's rather worrying not being able to remember things.
I can't tell if this is like
Like
weird. Like I'm taking note that they can't remember things, but it could just be like
Major Barrington.
they're all so fucking stressed. I don't know. Okay.
Well, I just hope that General does listen to us. Oh, yes. I expect he's a very nice chap.
Oh!
I was asleep, Captain Ransom. You did not wish to disturb me.
What the fuck? What
That's
the
right.
fuck?
Now, what do you make of these civilians?
Oh!
Oh, 2 men and a young lady.
You were at school.
The glasses. Okay, there's brainwashing
Look out there.
happening
Tell me, where did you find these civilians?
in the middle of World War I. I don't know what's going on.
The court-martial is now in session.
Court-martial?
What in the world?
One of them made a break for the enemy lines with whatever information he had gathered.
But none of that's true.
Oh!
The whole thing.
Shit!
Espionage.
Ah!
The penalty for all these charges is death.
Ah!
This is monstrous. Hey, you haven't even asked me anything.
There's nothing to ask you. You were a deserter. March him away, Sergeant.
Ah! No, don't do that!
They seem pretty harmless to me. Yes. There's no evidence of actually spying.
Oh, here come the glasses. The glasses of doom!
Oh, guilty.
Oh!
Yes. They're guilty.
Well,
What the fuck is this guy's problem? I mean, there's something's going on, but also, what the fuck is his problem with them? Jeez.
Wait.
Desertion in the time of war is the most heinous military crime.
Look at
Fuck
the sentence
off.
from nowhere.
For a crime of this magnitude, there is only one penalty.
Oh, wait,
This is ridiculous. You know all the evidence has been twisted against.
I'm not ready for 3 yet, okay?
You will be executed at dawn tomorrow.
Okay. No.
Take him away, Sergeant.
Goodness, this is nuts.
Goodbye, my dear.
Oh!
Can't you
Oh!
help us, Lieutenant Carstairs?
What's the matter? Can't remember. Here, what are you asking me all these questions for?
Oh my god. Well, I feel like if we just take this guy's glasses away, then at least that's the step in the right direction. They just have to figure out that it is the step in the right direction. Oh, Zoe, what are you doing? She's gonna make a break for it. I love how she just knew that the painting would move. Oh! Wow! Look at that. Don't attack, don't attack.
Zoe!
Oh!
Tom!
Oh, well, that went well.
Quite right, Doctor.
Fuck. Whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Aim!
Whoa! Did he actually get shot? Thank God I'm watching the next one. What the fuck? What the fuck? Quick, Zoe, get the doctor! Run! The fuck? What the fuck is that? I'm so confused. What is that?
General Spy, the prisoners have...
Oh, the glasses of doom!
There is nothing there.
Great Scott! What are you doing here? Highlander! Oh, come on, how did you get here? I don't know. I can't remember.
What?
Well, it's 1745.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, that's it.
Wait, what? Wait.
That's the military prison, all right. The trouble is this.
Okay, this is getting weird.
And about time, too! Where have you been? Eh? You were sent to meet us! I know. Now get on you! Take us to the prison! But go on!
He's like, okay.
There was this mist. It came down all round me. The next thing I knew, everything was different. Well, how
What?
do you mean different? No, I don't trust you. You're one of them rebels.
Oh!
Now look, just you listen to me a moment.
No, but Jamie, don't like beat him up. That's not gonna help things.
Civilians?
Jamie.
How dare you!
Ah!
What? Who the blazes are you? Don't you address me like that, sir? Can I see your identification papers? How dare you! You know who I am, sir! I'm terribly sorry and all that. It's probably my accident's fault.
Oh my god. I want to enter into every room just screaming, "How dare you!"
Get a party from my sergeant and search this building.
Yes. Oh my god.
Now!
Good plan.
I was on my way to the hospital,
Okay.
well behind the lines. All of a sudden, there was a strange sort of mist.
Oh.
Perhaps the Germans have invented a new type of poison gas.
Oh, man.
One that affects our mind. Possible to talk to a prisoner? Well, it's very irregular.
How dare you!
I'm sure that I can arrange.
I just want him to say it now, at every chance he gets.
Did I hear you say that someone had escaped?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, yes. Two chaps. One of them was the Scotsman that you were talking about.
And the doctor knows it's Jamie. Oh, somebody escaped, you say? Uh-huh.
Shot. Both of them.
Uh-uh.
Right, keep me informed.
We'll see you get a doctor if you need one, my man. What's all this about trying to escape? I'm not concerned with that.
Oh!
What are you doing?
I've got a telephone, General Smythe. I've had about all I can take from you, sir.
You'll
General
regret
Smythe.
this.
Just go! Just go!
I thought there was a fishy story all along.
Zoe!
Hello, is that...
Who are you kidding on?
Why does that keep happening?
Perhaps I can give you a lift. I think the pity, really. I have to shoot him.
I Oh my god,
Sir?
he's gonna...
I'd like to speak to you, sir. The court regulation.
They keep wanting to shoot the doctor, and I'm not ready for it.
The general wanted that man to be shot. Why?
That's a good question.
What are they doing here?
Something weird is going on.
You show it to me, and I believe you. But you'd better be right.
But how do you keep
I like that
track
this
of
guy's
all
trying, though.
There's nothing there, only wall. What?
You mean
Wow.
screen?
The glasses of doom are doing some damage. My goodness.
I can see it.
Can you see it yet? Yes. Good heavens, this thing is switched off.
What the
But we didn't
fuck?
see anything on the screen.
No.
I think he's right.
Now look.
I think he is
My
too.
friends and I
Don't
are leaving here.
point that gun
Are you
at
gonna
him.
Shoot us down.
All right.
I think I like you. Yeah,
believe you.
okay. All right, let's go, team. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but let's go. I swear if they open a door and a bunch of guards are there, I'm gonna be so mad.
Quiet. Right, ready? Come on.
I swear!
He wants the prisoners taken to HQ immediately.
Good cover. Like, doesn't it sound okay? I don't know what's going on, and I don't. Okay. Oh my god.
I want a creeping barrage laid along that road.
My question is, why doesn't he just wear the glasses at all times?
Understand?
If he just wants to keep mind controlling people.
Yes, I understand.
That's just how we want them. Dead.
Oh, great. Ah! Fucking hell. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh, it's the mist. What? What the hell? You've gotta be kidding me. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Shut up! What is going on? What is going on? Can we talk about, I just don't understand what's going on. Okay. Loved these first two parts. Really, really good, really, really strong opening. And I know I have a lot more to go, but I really, I really loved that. I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying like to go through in my head. I feel like there weren't a ton of like Second Doctor stories that like went back in time that were super historical. I'm not saying that there wasn't any because of, you know, Jamie. And I'm wondering if it was less than, I'm really trying to go through like all of the stories in my head and be like, how many in comparison to like the first Doctor. I felt like there were more for the first Doctor, but maybe I'm wrong in that assumption and I just have a skewed like my memories are gone. The Glasses of Doom. I think they missed an opportunity for that title. I'm just saying. But okay, so I was actually kind of really excited that they, you know, when they landed and it was clear where they were and everything like that, I was kind of like, oh, cool. I feel like I'm down for a more historical. Now I feel like I'm getting more than I bargained for, or just a lot of historical stuff all together. I don't, you know, like there's a lot that I don't entirely understand what's going on. But I was kind of really excited about that fact and that, you know, and it was interesting because I was like, I thought it was sort of, you know, my gut reaction was a bit of like, this is kind of unique right? Like, this is a little bit different for a final Doctor story. It's not always, I don't know, I would think that it wouldn't be like a pure historical, and, you know, obviously it's not. You know, he removes the picture and we see this, whatever it is. I don't know the technical term. But that, wow, okay. I'm like tripping over my own thoughts because there's just so much going on in my head right now. But I really, really love that, like, there's so much mystery under what's going on. You know, we have a couple of clues. Obviously, something is going on, that there's mists in places, and they bring you to another time that some type of war is happening. You know, with the red coat, and then what just happened at the end of this episode. Like, we're going into different times that, you know, a war is taking place. At least that's what I'm thinking is happening. Why? No idea. Not haven't gone that far yet. We also have this general who has the glasses of doom and is brainwashing people. So it's kind of like they, you know, I assume, I don't know where these people come from, if they were taken out of their own time or what's going on, but they're not aware. I feel like the glasses are like trying to keep them, like, well, one, you know, under his control and submissive in some sort of way, but also like the glasses are like maybe trying to convince these people that they are from this war time frame, whatever. I don't actually know. But so I love that we have these little clues, little mysteries, and then that thing that pops up in his room that I don't want to say anything. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what it is. I don't want to sound stupid. Okay. I'll let that play out. Whew. And, you know, so I love the idea and the blend that they've done of, you know, kind of laying this groundwork of like, what's going on? There's a big mystery here. Something weird's going on. This is, you know, I think these first two episodes have done a wonderful job of that, but also showing just the horrors. Like we can't really focus 100%. I mean, towards the end, we are the end of episode 2 and everything, because they're trying to figure it out, and they're looking, you know, Zoe's showing what she found, and they're like, something's going on. We're not remembering things. Like they're getting there, but a lot of these first 2 episodes, right, are really focused on, you know, getting the Doctor, Zoe, and Jamie out of danger, out of peril, out of like whatever. Because they're also doing a really good job of kind of not distracting us, but our focus is more on like, man, I hope the Doctor doesn't get shot, or oh my god, Jamie is like in a cell, and like there's you know, they're trying to deal with these things. They're actually really immediate threats with this war going on, right? I absolutely love that. I love that they were kind of, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they would be assumed to be spies because they're just showing up as civilians in the, you know, in the middle of all this shit. Like I thought that was pretty, you know, I mean, obviously he brainwashed everybody to say, yes, they're guilty, they're guilty, they're guilty, but I don't think it's strange that they would be like put on trial for that, and that there might be dire consequences for that. I really like that we dealt with kind of some real implications, even if this isn't real, which I'm not sure. I don't really know the logistics of it, but That sounds weird, but I really liked that. You know, there was a lot of focus on that stuff. And let's talk for a second about the second Doctor and how good he is in particular. Like, I feel like every Doctor, there's certain qualities that I think kind of run through all of the Doctors, but there are certain little things about each Doctor that make them really special and make them their own and whatever. And for me, one of the things about the second Doctor is how good he is at portraying somebody else or acting as somebody else or putting on a disguise and getting out of things like that. I loved the scene where he just walked in and said, "How dare you?" and just went with it. Like, committed to the character. He was like, I am, like, I just absolutely adored the fact. And like, when somebody speaks to you with such authority and such, like, I don't know. Like, the guy was just like, oh, of course he must be some sort of higher up coming here. I absolutely loved that whole scene and thought it was just like such a great, I like that they put something like that in there, because I feel like we have seen the second Doctor various times in, you know, the show, do a really, really good job of like camouflage. You know what I mean? In the sense of like him trying to blend in or him trying to take the place of somebody else. I mean, clearly, even mostly with like Enemy of the World and stuff, but like, I was just really happy that they kind of included something like that, and I adored that that moment a lot. Yeah, amazing first two parts. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I don't think I'm supposed to, so that's okay. And yeah, I'm really excited to continue. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.